I wasn't going to do a Cardano video, but I think there's a lot of people missing something so important with Cardano right now. And this isn't going to be like a charting video, but I'm going to show you some data as it relates to Cardano that really just kind of, it peels back the layers in terms of Cardano and the opportunity that I see here in the Cardano space. And maybe this concept can apply to other chains and other cryptos right now, but it most powerfully, I think, applies to Cardano right now. I think there's this kind of a shallow level of thinking, which acts as a great starting point for crypto in general, the crypto charts. That is to say this shallow thinking. Altcoins do bad in bear markets, and then they do well in bull markets, right? This is historically what the case is. So we're talking 90% losses in a bear market, and then we're just waiting on those 10x gains in a bull market. That's a very simple narrative, right? To me, I think we can call that shallow, especially if you're a value investor and you're a macro-minded person. It's more than that. From a fundamental perspective, you do want to know why you're macro-minded, right? And so when it comes to Cardano, there are layers, I think, that need to be peeled back. And there's not many people, at least outside of Cardano, that are peeling back those layers, and they are missing the point here. They are missing the point so much. It's not just about, hey, whenever the bull market does activate, ADA is going to be primed to overperform, to outperform so many cryptos. I think that, but it's not that. It's opportunity right now. You go to ADA BTC, and this will encapsulate exactly what I'm saying. ADA BTC is not looking great, right? It's down, but it's to be anticipated. We're in a bear market. This is what happens. This isn't alt season here, and ADA is down. And you all know the thesis to pretty much all my videos, and really a thesis to all my decisions in crypto. It's this concept of it could just go to zero. At any given time, it could go to zero. With that insane, extreme scenario in mind at all time, I don't care if we're at a bull market high or we're in a bear market low territory, I'm just always managing my risk, and I'm very mindful of my own risk tolerance in these markets. It's not like I sit here personally and I'm just kind of blindly just hoping for the best. And, I'm very aware of how risky this game is. Let me just start with that. But to encapsulate the data and the point that I'm about to make to you, and we're going to look at some actual charts happening within Cardano DeFi right now. We're going to look at some incredibly important data. But before I do, to encapsulate this, and let's just go from this drop off, because this has been bad the last weeks. From right here to where ADA is right now against Bitcoin, almost 40% losses. That's terrible. Somebody that hasn't peeled back the layers within Cardano might think, and really rightfully so, man, that's rough. It would have been nice just to actually exit ADA here and know that the SEC was going to kind of step in and demolish ADA and just be in ADA. It would have been nice back here. You could think that. But again, we know that this happens in bear markets. But what if I told you, while this is happening, there are people within Cardano outpacing these losses with gains, and they're stacking ADA as a macro-minded investor, as a value investor for the long term. They're stacking their ADA and outpacing these losses with gains. I'm going to show you exactly how that's happening right now. But it really starts here. This is Chris over on Twitter. I'll put a link in the description. Go follow me. Post a lot of good Cardano stuff. Cardano community. He saw a popular YouTube channel, a piece saying to the effect, the ecosystem has no total value locked and institutions were not interested, among other negative things. So to refute that statement, number one, Cardano DeFi is the fastest growing measured by total value locked bar none. And this is where the opportunity is now. When we talk about people are outpacing the losses against BTC or even USD, let me show you, I'm going to show you why that is, but from just a surface visualization perspective, this is a simple chart showing that. That's total value locked growth. That's where it's happening at. 148% January, June. You can see Ethereum negative 25%. So this goes on. He's saying, I guess Grayscale, Hong Kong, VAC, Bitwise, Wisdom Tree, 21 shares, just to name a few institutional shops. Guess these funds and indexes don't exist or have ADA assets under management, right? He's being sarcastic there because they do. And to really piggyback off of that point, he tweeted this as well. This is Ada Whale. Ada Whale said, these are the crypto rankings traditional finance institutions will find on the only app that really matters to them, the terminal. Guess what? Cardano in 5th, no stablecoins or staked ETH, removes the noise. Good luck stopping them from buying ADA. Yes, a surface layer, ADA's kind of doing an altcoin thing. It looks terrible in a bear market. But with everything that's been thrown at it, including all the misinformation over the years in this cycle, SEC doing what they've done, ADA is still where it is on this chart. ADA is still a top 5, if you remove stablecoins, a top 5 cryptocurrency. If that doesn't scream to you what is actually taking place, I don't know what else could. And the data that I'm about to show you, it will show it even more. It exemplifies it even more. Charles said it really good. Lots of noise in crypto. Look for the signal. Cardano is getting real adoption and growing as an ecosystem under the harshest conditions our industry knows. Like Bitcoin, this is being done in a completely decentralized way. Let's look at this now. Cardano DeFi is absolutely exploding, right? I've shown the chart how many times you can just see it. It's been growing. This is the total value locked in ADA, continues to grow. And right there is where people are making the gains. Right there is where people they're making up for the bear market losses. And what an opportunity to be grateful for, to be able to even do that. Instead of just holding an altcoin to the low, wherever it's going to be in the bear market, and then hopefully riding it back up in a bull market, right? That surface approach, that simple-minded approach, which is a good starting point. Instead of doing that though, how cool as a value investor to be able to really just run with the opportunity that DeFi is offering Cardano holders right now, ADA holders. There's opportunity. So let me just show you what that looks like. So how are they outpacing the downside? Check it out. And by the way, any chart that I show, these are just examples, some examples. And you can find these very easily over here on Tap Tools. Some examples. This isn't an endorsement of anything. This isn't to say go buy something here. These are just examples. IAG, ADA pair, 375% gains as of right now from, mid-June. We're talking a couple of weeks at 500% gains. This means, and what's actually really cool, you can evaluate when people are trading, what they're doing. This means people bought down here and probably rode it up 500% gains. They rode 500% gains on their ADA. They 5x their ADA holdings in this bear market because Cardano DeFi is exploding right now. And this is just what's happening. I've been grateful for the opportunity to see plays like this. I don't cover them on my YouTube channel because these are low cap things. And that's what makes it even more epic on the macro, because a lot of these projects might do really well and they're still sitting at extremely low market caps. Like for instance, IAG right here. This isn't a promotion of IAG. Example, 35 million ADA market cap. So in USD pair, a lot less, right? Gives you a sense of how low. Here's ViFi or ViFi. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Look at this. 350% gains. Let's go to Indy. Indy's sitting at 255% gains. And this is just last month. This is going back to May. Absolutely exploding. Here is Milk, Muesli Swaps token. 590% gains. And just look at the chart. It's like, man, look at this. Endmaker, most recently. Here's a good example. Because they're building. That's the thing. These aren't just like things that are just pumping out of nowhere. These are projects that are building and trying to put together really good DeFi projects, protocols. Endmaker, Patrick over there, just always killing it no matter what this chart is doing, always putting in the work, and recently announcing some news, 84% gains in like a couple of days. People are in these plays, and that's happening right now in Cardano. That's the ecosystem. So while we have YouTubers and people out there that are spreading misinformation, I'm not sure what video this is. I don't know what he's alluding to, but I'm sure it's there because we've seen this happen time and time again, saying there's no total value locked and no institutions are interested. Well, they are interested, and they're interested, as Ada Whale pointed out, because it's number 5 on the terminal. If you don't think big players are seeing that, you're crazy. And I just wanted to kind of peel back some layers in terms of just outside the macro charts. We talk about macro charts all the time. We talk about where are we going? Where's the next swing low? Where's the bear market low going to be? How low can we go? How high can we go? We talk about that stuff. But it's what's happening right now within Cardano as a value investor. These things are so worth looking into because there's so much good opportunity to take advantage of and prepare for the next bull market while ADA price is down. And I think that's something that a lot of people are just missing, because it's easy to open up any altcoin chart right now and just see that it's had a rough bear market. That's what altcoins do in bear markets. I think going into even this bear market all the way back here, we could hope it wouldn't happen, but we just know historically this is what happens, right? And we manage our risks accordingly. But on a deeper layer, deeper level, what's happening within DeFi right now for Cardano, and this is before the next bull market. You can only imagine what's going to happen when the bull market actually gets here, if it gets here, right? Gotta say that. As all this is building right now, you can only imagine what the first bull market with Cardano having DeFi is going to look like. I'm really looking forward to seeing, but wanted to kind of bring a different perspective on these charts as they're bleeding, as they're falling, and just give my thoughts in terms of what I'm seeing with Cardano and the ecosystem. And I encourage you all just to look into it as well. So I appreciate you cruising through. Hit the subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I really, really do appreciate your support. I'll see you all in the next video. God bless.